down to him. The competition is fierce. 21-year-old Obal sends most of his money back home to support his mother and 7-year-old son. He's hoping to get another join him and his wife. He really doesn't fuck about, does he? He gets it done. You seem to work harder than them. You work hard. Look, you're sweating. Look, he sweats. Water, yeah? Bring it. Put it. It's still early doors, not even lunchtime yet, with the amount of copper that's coming out of a chain, a much bigger chain. And if the amount of men coming to these guys is anything to go by, there's a lot of people doing a lot of business further inside Old Fatima. I've been told that the Burner Boys are doing the hardest and most dangerous work for the smallest reward. But further back up the chain, there are people making money. I've asked Obal to introduce me to his main contact, the person who sent all his wives, and ultimately provides him with a living.
This is one of my friend. His name is Baba Tunde.
Are you Nigerian, Baba?
I'm Nigerian.
I was going to say, I don't know many Ghanaians called Baba. Baba is one of Agbok, the people who bring the 40 electrical items onto the site in the first place. Baba, you've got so many computers. What's the business like? Do you know? So what do you do? That's one way to get into it. So once you crack into it, you remove the boards, right?
When I finish this matter, I remove all this one and sell for you.
I've been spending some time today with my wife. He's burning cables to get to copper to sell, and he's earning a little bit. How can he go from being a burner to owning a business like yours?
That's their own business. They love it. If they doesn't love it, they will stop it.
Do you love it?
They love it.
Do you love your job?
Yes, it's not no.
I love his job.
I don't get it because of financial problem.
So how does he graduate to another job? Does he need money?
Yes, sir. Money talks. You can do any other thing. If I have money in my pocket, I can move anywhere.
Let me see. See how much money in your pocket? No? Hey! Whoa! Hey, hang on. You've got I haven't even seen one of these. Computer business. This is where you need to be. Wow. You guys, it's always you bloody Nigerians. My God. Baba, it's nice to meet you, man. I'm sure I'll see you again. Nice to meet you. Okay. Baba specializes in computers. Pays a handful of people to break down the goods he's bought into raw materials, like aluminium, silver, and zinc. Nothing is left to waste, but it's the copper that's most valuable. Oh, come here. Mr. Saza, look at the copper you're pulling out. We are burning cable to get copper this much, and you're just pulling out copper fresh this size. We should be working here. This is where the money is. So the profit on each machine that you break down will be how much in cities?
I see.
How many machines will you break down a day? 18?
Yeah.
It's not bad. And if you're getting 5, 6 cities a machine, it adds up. I'm not going to ask to see your wallet. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I will. Can't go away. Thank you. This is Gamma. It's a new category of the everyday jacket. It's a combination of a lightweight everyday jacket, It's amazing to think that everything Loshi, one man's waste really is another man's treasure. But for a burner boy, making money is a challenge. That's if nothing goes wrong. So for all of that we burn, it's only 2 CDs.
Yes.
So do you keep much money on you then? You have cash?
Yesterday I put inside my wallet. When it falls down, but somebody take it.
How much did you do this?
840,000.
a different job and make better money because, well, I mean, if you're working here in this environment, chances are you've not got the money to buy goods to sell at any of the other areas out here. And unfortunately, to avoid this, you need money to start with. So that kind of explains why there are so many young men here. You know, there's young men who haven't got an education, who have travelled down from the north to find money for their families. And if you've got no money in your pocket, this is the easiest way to earn. And if you're able to save, that's the easiest way to graduate in a better job. He was saving to try and make sure that he's not here forever. And when somebody lost his blood wallet, like an idiot. How much money did you make today?
I get only 3 cities.
Just 3.
Yes.
Instead of being paid money to burn cables, the boys often take a small amount of copper from their customers instead of cash. It's heavy. It's a good bag. Hoping to claw back his losses, but while he's cashing in the stash of copper he's been saving up.
Where's this copper for us?
10. Make it 10. Just give the 50. Done. That's it. See, unique. All right. Okay. 50 cities. 50 cities. Boyd buys 53 cities, or £9, but while he's taking me to his other business venture across the water in Old Falmouth. Did you pay all of this yourself?
Yes.
It's a tailor's he's setting up with his wife. So how important is it to you to stop working over there for copper? How much do you want to stop doing that?
It depends. This guy, they are already trying to wish the copper.
Awal hopes that his business will provide a decent living for him and his family. Take a break, let me do something. After what I've seen and heard today, I'm not sure how realistic that is. The Agbogbloshi system just seems too stacked against him. But you have to admire his work ethic. And I think if anyone...
There's Dawn. Yeah, I'm just chilling. 14 degrees. I think it's still snowing. I've been out there. How are you doing? Good to see you.
Today was a good day. Hard day, but good day. My hands even hurt and I can't even look. Skin's not even looking my hands though. See? Good night, man.
We got
Do you remember being a kid?
we found a problem with the stove.
I don't know, maybe it's just me.
I gotta shut the stove down next week.
I was the kid that put batteries in my mouth. You get told
Never ends.
that weird chemical.
Oh well,
Some of you
we'll
might
be
not know.
alright.
That weird chemical taste is what I feel like I was subjected to pretty much.
I haven't even cleaned up here. I only did a preliminary during the live stream.
That kind of chemical.
Just go run the snowblower around in case it gets real deep. Yeah. If anyone's got if anybody's got yeah. It's about a 3-inch seam opened right up. Like I'm 14 degrees, I'm 66 in here. That's pretty good. I'll show you what I'm watching, but I got a copyright. Crazy, man. How people live.
One care leaves you tired, scratched up, burned and bruised. So it's a relief not to be heading back to the site this morning. Today is Eid, a Muslim festival marking the end of Ramadan. Agbogbloshie is predominantly Muslim, and everyone in Islam has taken the day off.
Yeah, I don't know if we get some people together or not. If not, we'll go an hour or so, see what happens.
That's one way to make an activity.
Well, what are you gonna fix? I mean, you said you had a wood stove. If it's steel, all you gotta do is recork the gaskets.
So what you
Unless you got something else you gotta fix. Wi-Fi and more. So are you on here on Wi-Fi or you here on something else?
22, Razak moved here 4 years ago, following his elder brother down from the north. He hoped to find work as an electrician, but ended up as a burner boy living in the slums.
They don't shout right. Crooked. You can replace the pins in them. Oh. You can replace the pins in them. I don't know what else to tell you. But it's important to get that stove as tight as possible, not let any air in. You'll put out more heat. Save on wood. You send me some pictures or a short video. I watch these poor people.
Having to make a choice between bringing up their children with toxic waste dump or sending them to live hundreds of miles away in the north.
And they
It's not a decision I ever want to make.
burn copper wiring
It's a hard reality.
all day. Oh no, you get I know you can call that company I use up in Montana. They'll send you the real pins, the proper pins.
Tonight, they're a bunch of guys in their early 20s. And when you take into account what they do for a living, you can understand why they want to.
I mean, nail ain't a bad idea if it fits in there real tight.
Let's go.
But I don't think pins would be that expensive. And it's been like that for a long time, right?
No one here has it easy.
You'll probably recork the gasket.
As tough as anywhere I've been. Most Muslims will be spending today celebrating with their families. These boys. Yeah, I've been using Lucid Chew Apart for about a year. I use nicotine to level myself out if I'm feeling a little stressed or to keep myself focused during work. I first heard about it on a pod.
What else going on? Mad Off-Road Recovery made 1 million subscribers.
They seem to have found a bond with each other. Living here.
Been shut for years.
At least somebody is watching out for you.
I thought that was pretty cool. Open it now. It won't shut. Well, don't force nothing.
Despite their close bond, the boys are trying to save enough money to move on from Burnley. Awala's been here for 4 years, but 2 days ago, he lost his wallet containing 84 cities, precious funds he was saving towards new tailoring.
Hold on. Hey, you guys want to watch this? You can watch this. They've been doing this for years. I mean, just burn everything. Hold on, I'm coming. Ottawa is live. Ottawa Walks is live. The trucking guy, he's live. Just not tightly. Well, burn a lot more wood that way. And don't throw as much heat as you can see. Happy truckers are striking. I heard something about Musk was on the side of the truckers or some shit. I don't know. Oh yeah. I can play this, right? I gotta. Cooking classes. That's inside that rice cooker? Really? Well, really about both of them. Soros donated money? Nice. You like that? I like peppers. I can eat the hell out of peppers, but I ate that, I'd be burping. You know what else? Cooked celery. Can't eat cooked celery. I could use a pile of them biscuits right there, some gravy. Oh, I bet it was good. I bet it was really good. But you got that much heat out of the bottom of that rice cooker? Stir fry. Yeah, that's what you were telling me. Did you see this guy's channel? You got to watch the donations. Holy crap, he's rolling in it. Oh, he's got only 11 people watching with 7,800 thumbs up. Look at that. What the fuck is going on there? Hey, you're a smart lady on this YouTube. What the hell is that? 12 watch. Oh, now it just went to 11,000. All right. It said 12 when I looked at it. Yeah, the sizzling. I see. Nice. Look at this thing. Can you hear the music? And it's rocking. No, this just started, I think. He's been on and off all day. But maybe it was running all day. I just got notification he's on. It was funny. I was listening to some scumbag from Canada talk. Say the violence of these people are overwhelming. They're beating cops up and they're doing this and that. I'm like, what? It's just a shame that people have to do this and go through this much shit just to get them left alone. There's something else here I wanted to show you too if you didn't see this one. Oh, Desert Trails did a video. Maybe we'll watch that later. This Joe Biden mess is really crazy. Hey, there he is. How you doing? Yeah, but they didn't hurt nobody. They haven't been hurting nobody. This is Dabu. Listen to this shit. Pfizer. He surrounded Pfizer. Hey, Backwoods, how you doing, man? Oh, yeah. Oh, boy's getting us.
This is Dabu 7. You were looking at the French people coming out en masse, ticked off, thousands surrounding the headquarters.
Yeah, we got
Pfizer.
a new camera. Dawn sent me another camera.
So the people are coming out en masse. For those wondering, what's in this country, maybe what's happening over here, or is anybody doing it?
Oh, I want to go have a cigarette. I can't wake up. This ain't going to be a long night.
Ticked off. They're coming out the woodwork all over the place. This is why they are reversing course in many instances, because the people started to get organized and started going out after.
Good. I think the snow has stopped here. We probably got about 8 inches.
Counter psyops, COINTELPRO.
I'm gonna go have a cigarette. Oh, excuse me.
Saying, oh, the government's tracking people.
But I drove the snowblower around and tried to knock down some of the big shit.
Seen an amazing clip of a young man out of Washington, high school, Washington, yesterday, stand up for his rights with the whole class, saying none of them were wearing a mask. It's huge.
I was hitting slush way down.
Of course, the governments are always going to be trying to infiltrate and false flag everything. We just got to keep that in mind as we keep pushing forward. This is about
we'll be all right. Everything's going to be all right.
All in all,
found the hole in
getting pissed off at Macron and France, pissed off at Pfizer, many different countries waking up. Join me on the live stream where I break this down censorship free and go into detail about what's happening in each country. Over on DLive and Patriot TV, you'll find links below. Hit that subscribe button for more.
it's snowing a little bit. Gonna be on and off snow showers for a little bit. It's all right. Everything's all right. Yeah. Let me show you. I've already put the seeds away, and I think after next month I'll buy a bag of pot and soil. I got this indoor outdoor thermometer, and I got this. I can't see the name on it, but wonder how much cord I got on this one. I haven't plugged it in because I'm having trouble with my computers. Well, maybe. Definitely a better quality camera. So we'll get that checked out. But I'm worried about that. I got some seeds. I got a whole bag of flints. You got to see this shit. What you doing there, buddy, on TV? You know, I had mentioned it one time. You guys go through a lot of them big lighters. Send me the flints when they're all look what she did. I still can't believe this. She's a trip. I got a whole bag of flints. Let's hope that lasts me the rest of my life. Nobody on TV. Where is he? You big old handsome. The flints I cut with side cutters because they're so big in them Zippo lighters. I never understood why they didn't make them shorter, but you can only cut them in a turd. Yeah, he's been wheezing. I've been wheezing. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Corona boner or something. Maybe. I don't know. Smoking too much. Not really. Anyways, yeah, I figured we'd go on. See who's got power, who don't got power, how everyone's doing. Well, I don't know what the frig it is. Oh, I know what I wanted. Power outage. Let's go look at that map real quick. If it will load. Sent me this earlier. All right, hold on. I can't do everything on this. Just it's old and it's working. Warming up here a bit, seeing weed growing here. Rain off and on. Wow. Well, Rhode Island got what he said 47 to about 2 o'clock this afternoon in Rhode Island. I mean, that's crazy. I forgot what we were in the teens, I think 16 or some shit. Just 200 miles away was in the 40s. So, yeah, I didn't think this fucker was going to load for me. Oh, we're doing all right. At least I got paths and I'm not blocked in and to get in that shed all day today. Yeah, we knocked down quite a bit of snow. Wow. What's that, Ohio? Tennessee. Well, there you go. There's your power outage. Maybe we'll hear from Dawn or Bubba what their weather was. Nice. If you like that. All right. Let's go get that other thing. Where'd it go? There it is. Hold on. We'll get it. All right.
Thank you, Senator, for giving me an uninterrupted opportunity to represent the harm that is coming to the patients in the American hospitals and the lack of early intervention. My name is Nicole Sirotek. I'm a registered nurse. I've been a registered nurse for over a decade. My specialty is critical care, trauma, and flight. Since the start of the COVID pandemic, I've actually been rebranded, I guess you can say, as a leading expert in early intervention strategies executed on a large mass scale using the FLCCC protocol, as well as COVID patient ventilator protective strategies to optimize COVID patients on the ventilators. My story actually begins back in May of 2020. I was one of the original nurses that went to NYC to help with the COVID pandemic because, as we remembered, they needed nurses. Most importantly, they needed ventilators. Well, I was the whole package, a flight nurse that can manage ventilators. And when I arrived there, the gross negligence and the medical malfeasance that happened in there and the complete medical mismanagement of these patients is what has led us to the situation that we're in right now.
Did you either one of you see did you see all the ventilators that were thrown away in Florida? Like hundreds of them?
The pandemic and the hysteria that was created from poor public health measures and poor execution of appropriate early intervention strategies and the handicapping of medical
I hope this don't run into an MMI.
Has led to where we are right now and into the crisis situation that we are in. I will use several key case studies that will represent larger descriptive statistical information for what I'm going to speak of. But when I was in New York, and what continues to happen today, is that many of them are not dying from COVID. Now, many people don't know about me is that I'm actually a master's prepared biochemist. I've worked extensively with the HIV virus tracking.
Good evening.
So I feel very comfortable going toe-to-toe with some of these doctors here, although I am not a doctor, I'm just a nurse. But what we saw...
Take a nurse care any day over a doctor.
And when we asked for the ibuprofen, they said, no, it was contraindicated. When we asked, why aren't we giving them steroids? Oh, well, it's not. We're just following orders. Following orders has led to the sheer number of deaths that has occurred in these hospitals. I didn't see a single patient died of COVID. I've seen a substantial number of patients die of negligence and medical malfeasance. When I was on the front lines of New York, I'm unfortunately known globally viral as the nurse that was in the break room sobbing, saying that they were murdering my patients. The pharmaceutical companies had gone into those hospitals and decided to practice, I guess you can say, on the minorities, on the disadvantaged, on the marginalized populations that we know that we had no advocates for, because the very agencies that should have been protecting them were closed because we were sheltering in place. Now, while I was there and I saw that the pharmaceutical companies were rolling out remdesivir onto the patients, I tried to get a hold of the IRBs. I tried to get a hold of my appropriate chain of command. I tried CMS. I tried the Department of Health. And they rolled out remdesivir onto a substantial number of patients.
Oh, no kidding.
We all saw it was killing the patients. And now it's the FDA-approved drug that is continuing to kill patients in the United States. As nurses, we've collected a statistical or descriptive amount of information that you may not get from the doctors, because for more they
Did you have fun,
quantitative
Roland?
data, we do qualitative data.
It must have been a good break for you.
Phenomenological approach in nursing research. And so we've collected the data from all of these patients across the country, from which we have been helping patients, because I formed the organization American Frontline Nurses and the Advocacy Network, so nurses could advocate for these patients. And all of this data pool shows that as these patients get remdesivir, they have a less than 25% chance of survival if they get more than 2 doses. Now they're rolling it out on children as well, and into the nursing homes or skilled nursing facilities as early intervention, when, as Dr. Pierre Corey and Dr. Merrick have already demonstrated, that there are cost-effective medications out there, and we are going to see the amplification of death across the country. And we haven't even touched on the vaccines, for which all of our expert panels have already very well
you guys
that situation. So I won't touch on that, since many of them are by far superior to me than even I could ever hope to be. But I can tell you that 2 days ago, I flew out my first 10-year-old with a heart attack, and I had to fight the doctor in the ER, because he's like, 10-year-olds don't have heart attacks. And I argued back and forth for 30 minutes to force his hand to get an EKG, to find out that he had almost a complete STEMI, which is ST elevated myocardial infarction, for which you could see it lit up on the 12-lead EKG. And he's like, well, that's not possible. And I'm like, well, he was just vaccinated yesterday. It is very much possible. At any given time, people are getting a hold of me and the nurse advocates at American Frontline Nurses to help advocate, because as you've seen, there's victim shaming. That it's anxiety, it's this. But in actuality, if they put down that it was a vaccine injury, the physician, the corporation, the hospital, the clinic, they actually won't get reimbursed. So it gets labeled as anxiety or neuropathy or Guillain-Barré syndrome, when in actuality it's very realistically
so they put on me
injury. Now, I'm not even though
anxiety
I'm
over line.
Nurses, I've traveled extensively to South America, India, and South Africa, working in hot zones,
really aggravating
the virus and working with early intervention. And nowhere in those countries, in developing nations, do I see these issues that we see here in the United States.
You needed a break.
I'm a very proud American citizen. I come from a family of immigrants, and my mother told me that the United States is the best country in the world, though granted I am biased being an American. And our level of healthcare has been deteriorated to substandard third world nation healthcare, whereas I tell people you are better off in South America in a field hospital than you are in level 1 trauma designer hospitals in the United States. As nurses, we are getting reports across the country from our American Frontline Nurses about patients not getting food, patients not getting water. How come a patient hasn't been fed in 9 days? Why do I need to get a court order to force a hospital to feed a person who isn't intubated and who's literally telling you they would like food? Oh, well, you can't take your BiPAP mask off. Well, that's what us nurses are for. We're going to help you take that off, and we're going to help you eat, but we're not allowed to. If they're on a ventilator, they're not getting basic standards of care. I've had patients that haven't been bathed, haven't been fed, haven't been given water, haven't been turned. And if you ask me, this isn't a hospital, this is a concentration camp. Absolutely it is. Nowhere in the United States do we isolate people for hundreds of hours at a time with no human contact. It's not even allowed in the prisons. You are not allowed to isolate a prisoner for beyond a certain extensive amount of time, because it is horrible for their mental health and is considered inhumane. However, in these hospitals now, we're allowed to isolate patients from their families for days, and you have to say goodbye to them over an iPhone, as Jennifer Bridges has just demonstrated to us, or she has to shuttle people in to see. And personally, I was fired for sneaking a Hispanic family in to say the last rites to their family. And so thank you, Senator Johnson, for giving nurses the opportunity to come and represent our patients, because as you can see, we're not often thought of as leading professionals, though we are the missing link between the doctors and the patients. So thank you so much for this time.
Thank you for being a nurse.
Now I got to go collect my check from Pfizer. Thank you, Dawn. Anybody got anything else they want to share? Comments turn off. Man, oh man, oh man. I'll give you a thumbs up, but don't be turning your comments off. This guy's walking around in Canada. Oh, let's go see my other Canadian, my pretend gal friend. One of them.
At Walgreens, we know February is the season for LOVE. It's also something sweet for your sweetheart season. Or my favorite, wait, that's today's season? Or the just found out my kid has a
March
crush
13th,
season.
something's supposed to happen with
This
the money.
Valentine's Day, easy to quickly get last-minute gifts with pickup in as little as 30 minutes. Because if it's Cupid season, it's Walgreens season. Walgreens.com.
I don't know what it is. I actually didn't even care today, and really be honest with you guys. I was shamming as far as getting the word out. British Columbia. She lives on an island in British Columbia.
Come on.
This is her new puppy. I swear, after that thing got vaccinated, his eyes didn't look right. Good job, Big Bud.
Are you king of the hill, Odie? What a nice
You want to
day.
go out?
God, it's gorgeous out. Taking the boys for a little snow day, a little snow run. We are in Benson Meadows in Nanaimo, BC. So nice here. They love it. And Odie is off leash finally. I trust him. Oh, he's going. I trust him to go off leash now. So snow doggo. Got some snow in your face. What are you doing, silly boy? What are you doing? Good boys. It's my snow boys, my snow buds. Good boy, Donto. Careful, Odie. Let's go up the hill.
What? Oh.
Say thank you, everyone, for joining us on the snow day today. Remember to stay golden. Boop. Boop. Oh, I missed the boop.
Ah, I like that. Hey, whatever. No mask. All right. Oh, yeah. See the truckers? They said something. I caught something, and I think it was on Ellie's channel. I think. Well, this is one big party, and they can smoke pot in Canada. I think it was in Ellie. Don't quote me, but they were saying something major was going to happen in the money field.
Okay. Maybe not. Sorry. Can you say hi to Hamilton? Hi, Hamilton.
Lots going on. Yeah. You know.
Yes, as I'm saying. Baptisms being performed all week.
You know, I don't think it's lots going on. I think it's lots of people not doing nothing. In the lying, you know, the lying by the politicians, they said this was only a couple of people doing this shit. And there's literally thousands of them, and they haven't left yet. You know, a gallon of diesel is $5-6 there. I thought we figured it out. And just to think these guys drove, 2,500 miles on their own cash and they ain't going to work. And you get the popos standing there earning $100 an hour. The hell are they doing there? Oh, yeah. $10. The donations. Boy, my chat should look like that. Just for a couple days. Watch this. You believe the people that donate? And somebody likes eggplant. Yeah, keep an eye on them. Make sure
some bouncy houses tomorrow.
We have our old friend used to sing "Old Canada." Oh, at a concert or something?
So I feel like tonight hasn't been as hype as last Friday, but it's still early, so we'll see. Not sure how long I'm going to go on for, but we'll definitely pass the 2-hour mark, at least.
It was cold there the other night. It's way below zero, I think. 10 degrees Fahrenheit. And I can't see that shit. Friday night, -5.
Using
I don't know those Fahrenheit numbers. I think they're on Central Time Zone. We got Constantine Y around our capital, and they got fucking protesters.
There's one mediator between God and man, and that is the man Christ Jesus, as proclaimed in Timothy chapter 3. So what he did was a Pharisee. Yeah, see, that's amazing. Huh? That's amazing. I know, I am on the phone, man. Well, say hi to your family.
The cigarette's about $3. I forgot what it was. The price of cigarettes up there. Hey, fast Eddie.
Yeah, sure.
You didn't.
Hello.
You didn't get no snow today, huh? It's all rain.
Wow, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. That's amazing. Well, I'm glad to connect you guys together.
Man, the amount of diesel smoke in that fucking neighborhood must be ridiculous. Snowing now. It's been snowing all day here.
It's starting to snow lightly.
We had well, I don't think our weather goes over these guys. It goes more in Newfoundland. Look at this shit. I don't know how they're doing that, but all the windows got some kind of electronic screen in them.
Thank you all for joining me tonight. Super chats.
Talking about blue light spectrum. Look at the windows in this place. They got like projected pictures or something. Can't smell nothing. Fuck Trudeau. We don't see that much on Biden, do we?
you dropped your glove. You dropped your glove, bro. Yeah, no problem.
My Body, My Choice are pretty cool. Sounds like Carlos Santana getting warmed up. What was his name? I forgot his name. The bongo player. I've seen him play. Oh, they got a stage set up. Look at that. Oh, yeah. And those all frozen, huh? This is all a little ice on them. It's not a little bit. Remarkable air horns go that long, huh? Stop all mandates. Knock your shit off. Offer the shit to people. Oh, you can't do that. You either go to war or you get more of this bullshit pandemic to float the stock market. Make your choice. You don't want to go to war, then we go through pandemic. The people cooking for the truckers and everyone, actually. No, come and eat your kibbles. Come over here. You just come back in. Come and eat your kibbles. Come on. Get over there and eat kibbles. And then you can go out. If you eat your kibbles. Kibbles. Get over there. You really want to go back out? I want to get you go down. Go back to work. 4 days of doxycycline, man. This dog's going. He's doing good.
On the hill, not the big cops either. Still no flame. Thank all you for sending me. Thank you for all the super chats. You guys are awesome.
Yeah. Just that it takes this much energy to try to make change in this world. Especially two of the freest countries supposedly in the world, Canada and America. Wonder how many them horns are going to have to be replaced. They're in ice cold conditions. They ain't gonna last forever blowing that hot. Compressors. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, the pigs are standing around getting probably triple time, $150 an hour because it's a violent scene. And there ain't no fighting going on here. Watch that scumbag today in the morning show. I think there's more than that. I think they're in the thousands. Yeah, Trudeau's hiding. Trudeau's been hiding for over a week now. He's suffering from COVID-19. So he ain't even here. He's up, enjoying his life, eating shrimps and whatever. Yeah, I mean, not only the trucks, but the people, out here supporting them. Once in a while, you find a group of po-po standing around jerking each other off, getting overtime. Po-po don't like the music.
Cracking down on open beverages. So, conceal your drinks. If you find drinks
Did they what happened to the other one? Did they steal the funds? You would think the FBI would have been all over that shit. You know what I mean? Shut them right down. couple of them got train whistles. What the hell is that? You hear that? Oh, I hope this ain't another Mandalay Bay bullshit.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's it, man.
I think they still got some border closings blockaded.
You know, right? And now look at it. It's like a 12K or something right now. It's insane, eh? You want to say hi to anybody? Yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah. You just want freedom out here. You want freedom, bro. That's it. Totally understandable. No politics. That's it. That's right. Shouts out to Ottawa Watts. Make sure to like and subscribe to stuff, man. He's amazing. Thank you. Appreciate that, boys. Salute. Cheers.
Yeah, this guy don't cover no news. All he does is walk around. So I haven't seen nothing on them stealing the money, but I'm sure they did.
Hope you're all having a wonderful night. It's Friday here in the nation's capital. You're tuned into Ottawax, and we're here in downtown Ottawa live. Day 8 protests. Still a lot of trucks. A lot of these guys have been here for the full week.
A cop car is sitting there with blue lights on, fucking idling. What are you doing? What are you doing, man? Just sit to pay there, I guess. I guess they're letting them sit in the cars now. Well, there ain't no one in the car. Let's see what this guy's doing. You guys want something else to watch, let me know. We don't watch stupidity, but we'll watch this. Pretty cool.
Retire and let the next generation take over. That's generation of qualities of like pragmatism. It's make us
So, spoilers that are out there running our government, or, whether it's the university or the military, there's a tendency out there. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you for all the super chats. You're all amazing. I'm happy to share this with you. We're just here at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. I noticed this today. They put barricades up all around the perimeter. Well, not the full perimeter, but it's up the street up ahead. I'm gonna head over to the Sussex.
What's the temperature doing? Let's see. Trees are snapping and popping. They're not breaking limbs or anything like that. But they are snapping and popping. Right on. That's really good. It's really sad, though, ain't it, in America? I don't know who they're from. I don't know where they're from, GoFundMe. But ain't it sad that the cocksuckers would do something like that? I mean, there's no excuse for that. Somebody made a decision, and they'll probably end with Steen or Berg, if you know what I mean. Would steal their fucking money. But the FBI ain't coming after us. The judicial department ain't. The local popo ain't going to kick the door in and take us all out. We'll get away with it. I can't even read chat. It's going so fast. just sitting in my cop car getting paid $150 an hour. Ain't no trouble here. There never will be. Wow, it's pretty cool, huh? I'm taking a tour of Ottawa, Canada, if you've never been there. You know what? The honking's one thing, but the fumes from all them truckers idling, are you shitting me? I don't know how many times you've been in a truck stop in winter, but I have, and it's almost choking. Especially get a couple of them burning oil. That's like out of motor vehicles, man. That's probably the worst smell out there. Diesel that burns oil.
Take care. I've been watching you all week. Yes, sir. Yeah, wow. And yeah, we're from Ottawa. Cool. Thanks for doing this. I'm just a guy with a camera. I keep walking. I'm good, man. Thank you.
Fuck Trudeau. I love that. Oh no, I guess the music's back playing. They're pretty cool, ain't it? I bet I get a dance partner there. Doing this shit in downtown Waterville at night. Good old fire. Some good music. Nah. We'll take that kind of shit around here, boy. You ain't from around here. What are you, crazy? Makes me call down for the case. My chat don't go that fast. Well, I wonder what's going to happen with that. I didn't see anything on RT. Let me take a break over here for a second. We'll go see if RT covered that. What do we got here? China and Putin. My goodness. Oh, the Olympic Games are open. Reacts to partnership between Russia and China. I like that. U.S. reacts. U.S. reacts. The USA people don't react and say, stay out of it. NATO chief gets another job. Would be like anything the U.S. and NATO have ever expected, and they're right. They don't have no clue what they're getting into. Fighting in war like winter? Shit, you're out of your fucking minds. Take my word for it. Latin America, look at that. Russia's going down to Latin America. Go chase a CIA drug cartel down and kill them. Things worse. Gang rape result in new media feature. What? Meta, formerly Facebook, a new VR safety feature after a woman claimed she was virtually gang raped on a platform. What? How do you virtually get raped? You turn your machine off and get out of there. Go somewhere else. He's already got a tax break. Tesla does. Those cars aren't paying fuel tax. You know what I mean? They're not paying gasoline tax. 9 degrees here now. Some hardy people. Trudeau ain't even here, you know. Anybody got? Oh, I know you got something planned tomorrow, Groveland. You gonna go pick her up?
All right, guys, about 50%. See if I can charge, but I doubt it. We'll see.
So he's at 2%. Hold on. Where are you guys? Well, I'm way behind. I got 13 degrees. 81% humidity. Humidity went up. Well, if we're gonna get more snow.
Right? Okay, so I wonder why, Bill Gates is like super pro-vaccine and covers up for anything with vaccines. Look at Pfizer.
Let me rewind this a little bit.
Right, same people. And people are, the donors are really angry and upset. And I kind of, in this was different. So it looks like they have just updated it because I literally have been following this and on this for, the past couple hours, and they just recently must have updated that page there that had their statement. So look at that, okay? The original statement said that they will work with organizers to send all remaining funds to credible and established charities verified by GoFundMe. So, people who are freaking out because we're like, what the heck? You're going to just steal all that money that was raised for the Freedom Convoy, and instead that money is now going to be going to random charities that GoFundMe selects? You've got to be kidding me. But all the donors may submit a request for a full refund until February 19th, 2022, using this dedicated refund form. So now all these people have to go fill out a refund form if they want to get their money back. Well, you know what? Instead, what's been happening is online in the comments sections, you just see this explosion of people chiming in, and people are, the donors are really angry and upset. And I kind of chimed in here too, but many of them have been suggesting that people instead contact their credit card companies and file chargeback claims.
That's a good point, young lady.
This would cause
That's a real good point.
to incur some kind of a fee for a
Call your credit.
and might actually.
She's from Alex Jones. I don't know her.
So people are really trying to fight back here. They're not happy about what's been going on.
Yeah, if you call your credit card company and say, I made a donation to truckers and the scumbag Jews are going to send it over to Catholic Church Child Ministry or some shit.
Fucked over a lot of people over and over again, time and time again. So, I mean, let me show you why. I don't think that they're going to be in trouble with the processor. I mean, because of how everything's structured. So, I want to show you guys who's the payment processor. Let's say that. Who is GoFundMe's payment processor? Okay, they have two payment processors. So GoFundMe is just a charity website, right? They don't actually get money off of the site. That's what they claim. And that their payment processors just incur, a fee, right? So it's just a front face for payment processors. So who are the two payment processors? We have PayPal Giving Fund, right? And then we also have WePay. All right, so WePay. WePay is a JP Morgan Chase company.
Wow.
So it's owned by JP Morgan Chase.
Wow. So ain't your food stamps.
All right. So PayPal is a third-party processor, right? So they're probably just working.
She got 736 watching.
Look it up. PayPal's not technically a real bona fide processor. They act as like a third-party processor. So these are the people behind GoFundMe. So are we really that surprised? I mean, I was kicked off of PayPal for no real reason other than the New York Times put out a hit piece on me and said I was extreme for questioning the legitimacy of an election outcome in 2020. So just because of that, they decided to shut me down and say, oh, we don't allow extremists, blah, blah, blah. I mean, this is the ridiculousness we're in. I call it corporate terrorism or even corporate activism. For people trying to fight and exercise rights and move outside of the controlled, dominated system. And now we're starting to see the claws come out from the system and go, nope, you're not allowed to do that. Nope, we control things, we run things, we're not going to let you. If Black Lives Matter wants to have a violent protest where they're burning things down, they don't get shut down from their payment processor. Right? They work through.
Black Lives.
They work through ActBlue.
Black Lives Matter. Black Light bullshit.
Is there this imbalance here?
Didn't get their shit shut down.
Let's actually look at one of the tricks that you can actually do, which is pretty crazy. I'm sure many of you guys know about this. Is that you can actually look at the stock holdings and start to really root out and see who owns mostly everything. Right? You think that you see things spread across more evenly, but it's really not. You're going to find out that there's a handful of big investment firms, big investment corporations in America that own virtually everything. And this is why we're able to see these unilateral bannings, these acts of corporate activism where they shut people down, keep people out of banks, payment processors, websites, etc. So this is.
I'm fully vaccinated and boosted, and I'm damn proud.
To look up stock holdings, you can look under holders of virtually any company. So this is PayPal, right? Which is one of the main people who.
I'm fully vaccinated and boosted, and I'm damn proud. Somebody in chat's writing that over and over again.
BlackRock, State
BlackRock,
State Street Corporation, right? and then there's some others down here too. But you're gonna see that these guys here, Vanguard,
BlackRock's
BlackRock,
buying
State
up
Street
all the
Corporation,
trailer
and
parks
there's
in
a
the
couple others.
country.
They pretty much own almost
There
everything.
goes that one again. I'm
in
fully
America. It's
vaccinated.
insane.
Over
Let's
and
look
over
at,
and over.
Facebook, right? Look at Facebook. Who owns most of the stocks in Facebook? Oh, look at that. Vanguard, BlackRock. There's State Street Corporation right there. Right? And then there's a couple other ones. You'll kind of see some of these ones I'm not familiar with, and virtually most other things. All right, what about YouTube, who likes to demonetize people, deplatform people? YouTube was bought up by Google, right? So let's look at Google. Holders. Vanguard Group, BlackRock, State Street Corporation. There you go.
Abanagila.
Morgan Chase. Remember, JP Morgan Chase is the bank that owns WePay, right? And if you even just go look at JP Morgan Chase and look at their stuff, which they're a bank, so of course, right? One of the bigger banks. So yeah, we're definitely going to see Vanguard in there. And these big.
Well, I wanted to see this section of what she was talking about.
Vanguard Group, BlackRock, State Street
She
Capital.
does a good job.
You know, Bank of America is right here. So
I mean, she's going right to it, showing you BlackRock's not no damn good.
Morgan Chase. So
A lot of people say they burned California out of paradise.
Separate options, but really and truly, when you actually start looking into it, not really. I mean, it's all owned and controlled by a handful of investors that own most of the wealth in the country. Okay, so look at this Moderna. Let's look at Moderna. Let's look at Big Pharma. Okay, so we have, look at that right there, Vanguard Group, BlackRock, State Street Corporation, Morgan Stanley, right? Okay, so gee, I wonder why, Bill Gates is like super pro-vaccine and covers up for anything regarding vaccines. Look at Pfizer, right? Same people. Same companies.
One
right?
after another.
So, Microsoft, okay? So Bill Gates, Microsoft. Holders. Right there, Vanguard, BlackRock, State Street. There you go, guys.
One after another.
It's the same people and over and over again. I think you get the point. And then you look up BlackRock, and it's one of these things where Vanguard Group is one of the ones that's privately held, and you can't actually see who owns what. But Vanguard Group owns a lot of BlackRock. See, the top holder in BlackRock is Vanguard Group.
During the live last
You know,
year
they
for
all own each other.
supposedly
So this is the reason why we're
stealing
in
files.
in America right now.
She was set up.
It's because it really is there's a handful of people that pretty much control.
Will she ever charge, go to court, or they get thrown out?
Big companies out there. You can look into most of the big food companies, ConAgra, and et cetera, et cetera.
ConAgra.
It's going to have these same big
people.
players, okay? So are we surprised at why it is when we're finally trying to break out of this system that we're being met with so much resistance? I'm not very surprised at it. Now that I know what I know, it's like, okay, so we really are in
a matrix.
I don't know, like a prison planet, or
no, prison planet. Just like Alex said,
fully break free from the system.
Oh wow.
We can't afford false alternatives, or else we're just going to
that's crazy.
Up against a wall, and we're going to just be running into these same situations over and over again, where oh cool, let's raise money for the trucker convoy. Oh, sorry, we can't because payment processors won't let us, right? So I just wanted to point that out to you guys. It's really disappointing that this is happening. A lot of people have been requesting chargebacks from their credit card companies to try to fight back, or they're just going and filing for the refund form on GoFundMe. But I have been informed that there is another attempt to raise funds for this group, for the Freedom Trucker Convoy, and you guys could find that as well. I believe it was GoFundMe. Hold on, I'm going to just share this for you guys really quick, and then you guys can see where you guys could go donate if you wanted to this new effort. I mean, I would love to see a success story here where people, they thought that they didn't shut the trucker convoy down.
Each charge back costs them $15. What do you mean?
Another platform that actually,
like if I donated and said, "Hey,
convoy, that would be amazing. That would be a success story.
I want my money back." It costs them to process it $15. I don't understand.
It does cost money to do these type of things, like hold and have truckers camp out there. People have to eat, right? It's freezing, it's snowing in Canada. So I believe the word is that Give, Send, Go has all Convoy 2020
AdoptATrucker.org.
Support the Truckers Fund on Give, Send, Go. So if that's something you guys want to look up or look into, go for it. But yeah, I just wanted to bring this information to you guys. I have to go now because I have to jump on a test pilot program Zoom call. So if you guys are test pilots right now, jump on that Zoom. I'm going to be on that Zoom with you guys because we are kicking butt. We are fighting back. We're creating real solutions, not false alternatives. So remember, guys, if you guys want to pre-order your QuixBox today, you can go to QUX.tv. The link is in the description below. You can get your QuixBox and jump on board. It's time to fight back.
Oh, no kidding.
And that is exactly what we're doing. So I hope this was an informative feed for you guys, but this is...
You don't win, right?
So, bye guys, and take care.
You don't win. I mean, there's no winning in this when everything's a fucking monopoly. The whole money system's been corrupted. I mean, call a spade a spade. So, you go in and it costs you $15 to get your money back, I guess is what you're saying. Well, oh, no way. No way. Wow. Wow, that'd be the best thing, right? You had 100,000 people. Well, they're probably just dirt money to these people. Yeah, they own the world. What else we got going on here? Forecast again. Radar, see if they'll load. Millions. Yeah, but you know what? I bet you the Habanegilas worked with the IRS and said, well, if that ever happens, we'll give you a tax write-off. Don't worry about nothing. You write the whole fucking thing off. I bet you any money. Well, I'm still going to be in snow for another hour or so. Let's see, where's my pointer? There's still quite a bit of snow down here. Here's where we're at. I don't know that's north of me. Is that ice? Let's go down and see where Eddie is at. Very disappointing weather for them, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, they still got bands like Light Snow, Rain Mix. Where the hell to go? There's some heavy bands still coming in there. I think the green ones are heavy. Hey, you doing, all? Did you have a good day, all? Atlanta? I like calling you all. Hope you don't mind that. But there's some pretty bands that went by. Got more on the way, maybe. Let's see. Oh, yeah. What's going on here? Yeah. I don't think you ever bankrupt them, though. You know what I mean? I don't know how that, all this shit looks like a monopoly to me anyway. What time is it? We'll go another 15 minutes. Talk to us, Atlanta gal. Where's, what do you mean, a lot of snow? I haven't seen nothing from her. Did you put a video up? Dawn? I don't think I seen anyone's video in here. Nobody, Bubba didn't do nothing. No, I ain't got nothing telling me I got something from you. Hold on. All right, thank you. Oh, yeah. Been a long day, man.
About 6 inches. It's still coming down.
Yeah, I was trying to make it funny. I remember what was growing along that fence. Oh, I don't know, 10, 20 miles an hour, not much. Tomorrow's going to blow. I got a cleanup to do tomorrow. Guess I could take you out there if you wanted to see it. Put a 1 in chat. It won't be again real soon. I don't know what I got coming. I think there's something in another 4 days. Monday night. They're not going to give me a snow total on this, so they're not even going to estimate. Chance of rain or snow is Tuesday. Holy shit. This rain coming up here, man. This is what Rhode Island used to do. Well, I don't think it's bad. It's winter. I just don't like dealing with the rain and ice. I don't mind snow. That's our favorite pastime now. It used to be parasailing, but ain't nowhere to do that up here. So we just find a joy, and some people like cutting grass. I like snow blowing. All right, let's get a towel. Put over you guys. I don't want to blow this thing up. We already blew that one up. I went on YouTube to try to find out how to fix that. They give me good information, but it's not going to work. You're already in bed? What's already in bed? I don't know. It's been cold, so we piss off the balcony for backwards. Oh, yeah. No, I'm only joking with you. That's a mound of coal under there. Done. Jewel, did you get any rain? What was the snow? How are you, my friend? Good seeing you. My dogs would be buried. it's pretty deep in places. Sun, and hopefully sooner than later. It don't look like a good week. We got rain coming up here anyway. Eddie got rain. It was just turning into snow an hour or so ago. But it was bad the other day. Bud couldn't go take a dump. I get the snow blow under. Lots of it. Wonder where the line was. Like northern Massachusetts, maybe. But it was 40, 47, I think, in Rhode Island. Any day of the week. I hate the ice, man. And then we got this, like, I'm saying, well, this will settle in a couple days, and WALK maybe not a long one, but we'll go out there. It's going to be tough to get through this. And we'll both get a good workout. And we got rain coming. Did you see Dawn's video? Can you post that video again? Oh, if you're still in here. Yeah, it's pretty. It's like an enjoyable time of the year, I'll tell you that much. Quiet. Up here. But even in the high mountains, you know, the high desert, it snows up there. Sis, I'll send you an email. Sis said I called Stephanie something one day, and she didn't think it was appropriate for her to come here anymore. I miss her. We all miss both of them, actually. I just wish she wouldn't be so negative. Maybe they'll come back. I got so much to worry about, Jill. I got my stove. I found a leak in my stove. I got to shut the stove down. I'm running out of cement for it, you know. And I don't think I'm going to be able to get out for a while to go get some. If there's any in the stores, I think I'm just better ordering it online. But I got to cool that stove right down and get that shit in deep. The stove needs to come apart, but nobody knows how to take it apart. I do too. And, you know, you can all write them a letter, you know. I didn't call her that, by the way. And I did put the video up. So the video looked for Happy Birthday, Donna, HB Donna. And I got the time in there. I was astounded when I heard that. I says, "You dumb shit." I beat myself for over an hour. I really did. Well, right back at you guys. You know, I mean, I try. I got a lot of shit going on here, man. My plate's full. It was 60 degrees this week, trying to sleep in that for over a week till I could find this thing. You got to be on your hands and knees with a flashlight, you know. What gave it away? What gave it away was last night I heard the clunking noise, and I immediately remember, oh, that fucking seam again. So what I did was I have only a little bit left, and I took some bell wire, telephone wire, and I dunked it in there because you can't use this shit when it's hot. It bubbles up. And I stuffed it in there, and it made a difference. So we'll get to it this week sometime. And I called Vermont Cast, and they told me to go piss off. I got to go to a certified dealer, call a certified dealer. He didn't know how to take the thing apart. So what do you do? And it's a big job, and I think you need more than one people because all them 4 panels got to go on that base all at the same time. And then you got to line it up with the top. It's a real job to reseal a stove. This stove, anyway. But if you guys got their email address or you see them and you want to invite them in there, invite it back in there. But I can't keep going like this. It bothered me. Thin skin. All right. I got thin skin. But living conditions have been a little tough. Then we dealt with all that ice. Jesus Christ. I got 2-3 inches of solid ice here. I went for a walk at the parking lot with Buddy the other day when we went into town to go get more. Fix the snowblower. And I guess he sprained his ankle. But he sat right down. Joel, you'll like this one. So we're in back of a mall, where the trucks go and stuff. Pretty quiet. And they got these concrete posts, yellow concrete posts to protect like gas mains and shit. Well, he laid right down. He couldn't move. My car's 100 yards away. And I says I could get him in the car. So I put the leash around the post. And when I got in the car, I says, holy fuck, could you imagine if somebody was watching this shit right now? They'd be accusing me of abandoning the dog. Anyways, we got him in the car. He's doing so much better. He's having trouble with the Lyme. I mean, it's fucking no joke. Ice really does suck. Yeah, I understand that. Don't worry about it. It's sometimes when you got a big piece of something and you put a bolt through it and you ain't got somebody there to hold the fucking nut. You know what I mean? Those suck. But we're all good. It's what it is. She ain't even shaking well. That's really fucked up, too. I don't know why she ain't shaking well. I'll show you what I do all. Because I'm tired of it. Then people say, oh, call L&L Bean and get yourself some cleats. I'm like, fuck them. These shit's made in China and everywhere else. Joe Biden today talking about, you see Joe Biden? Joe Biden talking about how they're going to buy everything in America now. And he gave him like $2 billion for the fucking corona bona test from China. You going to stick that shit in your nose? You fucking nuts. There you go. I just use a couple there. And these are the important ones. These are the real important ones. Because that's usually what lets go as you heal. Pretty cool, huh? Fucking nice. Anyway. We're all good. Everything's all right. Oh, really? So you come up, we do screws in your shoes, $49.95. I heard more people quit working for, oh, hey, what about the asshole who says anybody that smoked pot, we got a short memory in this country. What the hell did the guy say the other day on the radio? We got I don't know. Memory shorter than a frog fight or some shit. I thought that was pretty funny. But, this asshole comes in after 30 states, get rid of the bullshit, the Jew, Hava Nagila bullshit, oppressing people for doing stuff in their own home. And he tells them, If you ever smoke pot, you got to quit. I don't want you here. And this has been this man's mode of operation for 45 years. I've known this scumbag. He is a communist. He ain't got no American in that motherfucker whatsoever. Really? You know, and people look at me that voted for the man, and I says, do you know what you're talking about? It's just like that fat fucking Jew. I don't want to hear nothing from him. He didn't do nothing for me or anyone else in this country but his fat fucking Jew friends. Big Pharma. We're going to pull out of Afghanistan instantly. We're going to leave you billions of dollars, some of the greatest weapon systems in the world. Tons and tons of ammunition that the American people can't get. We're going to leave them to these fucking ragheads. And they ain't even going to take them and fight for their own freedom. It was the same thing in Vietnam. We armed them to the teeth. They didn't want to fight. So, you know, I mean, if you know, you want to ruin someone's life, you know, in courts in this country, the average Joe, you know, most people didn't want to go down that route. They know they fucked up. But these cocksuckers getting away with murdering children in a church in the center of our country. In not one fucking church in this country, you think that asshole from the 700 Club, he just said, oh, this is terrible. Well, they should have came out. How the fuck you come out when you show a head in a window and Lon Horiguchi's bragging about shooting children, sniping at children, the same clown that did Vicky Weaver? And people come home and they got their money in their pocket because they've spent a day at work, and they sit in front of a fucking TV and think they're getting a fucking education. And they get mind control worse and worse and worse. And they're not stupid. These people know how to analyze. And anytime they think you are smartening up too much on Fox News, they'll throw you a little bone, a little meaty bone. We are so fucked because we walk away from what our forefathers actually wanted. And then on the other hand, some will say, well, they were Masons. What, the shouting match? I would like to see that. I think the next president needs to come in, if it is a Republican, not that fucking slob, with a 45, a bulletproof vest, and ready to cap somebody that gets in his way. You do it your way, though. I mean, you know, I'm not promoting violence. There ain't no violence to that. It's trying to stop tyranny. And now the big people at the top have to stop. But I just heard so much about this guy in the last 4 or 5 years from Adam Green and others, and I'm just very disappointed. Very, very, very disappointed. I'm going to ask you guys again to sub to these guys.
Joining me now is Eric Pratt, Senior Vice President.
This is what I'm talking about, getting thrown a bone.
Eric, there was a lot in what he said we have to pick through. But New York.
I knew his father. I talked with his father.
Laws in the country. What does Biden hope to change there?
Well, what's amazing, you're right. Most restrictive gun laws are the most restrictive, and it's certainly not making them any safer, is it? Yeah, Biden is basically trying to gut the Second Amendment.
He always has been.
Everything he talked about today, his ATF has registered nearly
I know, Jewel. You know what I do?
You talked about that earlier this week. I mean, that's a list.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Prelude to
you know, if you got a snow blower, and during the snowstorm, if you go take a left out of your driveway and clear that snow 20 or 30 feet, it makes it a lot easier. Because I've been there and I've done that. I had that shit up to my eyeballs. Yeah, with the other driver.
Setting homicide records, and that's embarrassing to the left. So guess what Biden didn't talk about today? There was nothing about stopping.
So the federal government has no business stopping you from owning a rocket or a cannon. I don't give a fuck you own a cannon. You got a place to shoot it. But my whole point was, you leave that up to states. And you look at Illinois, you look at LA, and you look at New York. You can't even own firearms in New York, I don't think.
When the amendment was passed, it didn't say anybody can own a gun, any kind of gun,
Listen to
any
this
kind of
stupid.
weapon. You couldn't buy a cannon, and when this amendment was passed.
No, the cannon was issued. You fucking ignorant fuck.
Now, Eric, yeah, they shouldn't have anything to do with gun regulations because even the media fact checkers who agree with Biden on all this Second Amendment nonsense had to flag that one as false. I mean, does he not know the history of American firearms and what people had when?
Oh, you got a plow to come and do your stuff?
On that once, and he was given the 4 Pinocchios on it, and he repeated again. Forget much.
Yeah, well, that's apparently a problem with him. And quite frankly, he's absolutely wrong when he talks about the Second Amendment not being absolute. I mean, he obviously...
It is absolute.
Second Amendment. It says the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
And if we practice that in this country and had issuing of the stuff and not regulation and all your bullshit that don't work, there ain't nobody coming into this country. There ain't nobody going to land in this country. Fuck your military-industrial complex. Someone said it on last night about the Taliban. The Taliban and the illegal aliens getting together.
Biden and his team of federal gun spies, hands off our freedoms.
Eric, great to see you tonight. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna drain the swamp. That fucking asshole. That's all I got to say. Something else in here. Matt's on. Hey, Matt's on if anyone's bored of me going off on this shit. Oh, I should have got you guys a link to that. I really wish you would. Larry was a real nice guy. I think he's still alive. And DiBiasio and I and him would shoot the shit a little bit. It came to the point, I don't even want to tell you about that one.
You guys ready to do some mining today, huh? Ooh, I got something special.
Let's ask Jeff
Remember
Williams.
We were talking about drilling some holes down into caliche beds, sinking a sump, maybe finding cocoa wheat down there. The legendary river of gold. Well, you know, now we were planning on loading those holes up with something a little more exciting. But in all fairness, we thought we'd give that Dexpan proper shot, no pun intended. Is we're going to go ahead and load them holes up with another round of Dexpan. And that way, if it doesn't work this time with our new drill hole pattern, then I know this stuff don't work and we're just going to go back to conventional blasting. All right, we're drilling again. Except this time we're drilling at an angle. I don't know if you can see that. There's the bottom of the hole. There's the bottom of that hole. Let's see if I can get a better shot of that for you. There.
He just built this mine. Been watching him build it for a couple of years.
And we're drilling at about a 50-degree angle on these holes. But that's not what's weird. I want to show you something really weird. Look at this. Look down this hole and tell me what you see. Let's see if I can get some light down there for you. So you can see this. Do you see that? Right? Oh, yeah. And we drilled 30 holes into it. 30. Well, while you've been sleeping, I've been digging. You want to see what it looks like now? Well, you better smash that like button, son. Smash it real hard. Harder than that. Yeah, look at all the equipment that you have to have down here. Oh, you guys ready? Look at this. Oh, look at that, huh? Is that looking good or what? Yeah, come on, let's go get some. Not too shabby, huh? Got a nice cut to it. Ooh. Ah. Oh, what do you think about that set of Jim, huh? Looking real good. Come on down here and take a look. There's my metal detector right there.
Yeah, I don't know why this guy won't show the shots. I think it's a federal law. You can't some shit.
Not too shabby.
Communist ATF shall not be infringed. Well said.
You can see where we drilled over 30 holes.
A billion bucks.
So, for future reference, if you're going to sink shafts through solid rock or caliche, blasting is always the better way to go. It's cheaper, it's quicker, and it's cleaner. And I tell you what, this was more work than it should have been. And this little tiny hole that I'm sitting in produced 3 tons of material. 3.
Wow.
We mucked most of it out, but I'm going to show you what's left over here. Look at this.
I want to know what it costs you for dynamite and caps.
Of some of the material that we pulled out of here. We'd already mucked out 4 skip cars. And this is how much we have left. Just to give you an idea. And of course, there's our track right there. We had to pull up. And yeah, it goes all the way back. And that's what the deck looks like when you pull it out. When you're drilling shafts, you need to keep your holes anywhere from 5 to 6 inches
X-Pan. He
apart.
used
No more than
X-Pan.
8,
All right.
or it ain't gonna work. And you can see where it's still bringing that material out. Now you can see where it's fractured to caliche, so it's a lot easier to get out. See where this is all fractured? All right, now I want to show you something else. Look at this. This is sandstone, and this is caliche. This is a very large piece of sandstone. It's only a fragment that was busted out. If you know anything about your geological time periods, this sandstone is very, very old. That tells me that these caliche beds were laid down in the Cretaceous period. And if I had to guess, that's where the gold deposition came from too. Now I'm hoping that those red sand clays that I've been finding are deep, and they actually have another hard caliche bedding plane underneath them. Because if they do, that means more gold too. And I want to show you what I'm talking about. Come here, look at this. All right, look at this. Look at this. Look how flat that bedding plane is. That's a natural layer right there that's been weathered. You see how smooth that is? And look what's right here. What do you see?
Red sand.
That's that red clay. See that? Right there.
He's done so much work here. Holy cow.
This piece right
I
here.
can't believe
See
it.
how naturally weathered that is?
And the shit he's using ain't dynamite. What it is,
No. This has been weathered.
I don't know. It's like
That is what I'm interested in. So what I'm going to do
concrete and
is I'm gonna finish
expanded
cleaning the
foam.
bottom of this out. Now, keep in mind, this is not as far down as we're going. Oh, no. We're going further down for 2 reasons, mostly. 1, the shaft sinking bucket, the skip bucket, still needs to drop down a little bit further so that our new ore cart can dump into it easily. Because right now it's sticking up just a little too far. And 2, and probably even more important, is because if there is gold underneath here, this is our primary shaft going down. I ain't messing around. And we're going to bring in the big boys, and we're going to do it right. We're not going to be messing around with no Dexpan. I'm going to go ahead and clean this up. I'm going to let you see what it looks like. Then we're going to pan it out, because I know you want to know what it looks like. I want to know, too. Because I tell you what, if there's more gold down there to be had, I'll be living down there. What we'll do is we'll sweep up whatever's left on the bottom, dig out some of that red clay sand, fill up the sandbag, and then go ahead and pan it out. Does that sound like a plan to you, Soda Jim? I can't tell you how much fun it is working through this caliche. Yeah, I know. Dr. Belly ain't gonna get on with getting it on. You want to be a coal miner? This is what it
Oh, look at that, a respirator with an eye shield. That's what you should be wearing if you really want to stop a bioweapon problem. Not a fucking piece of Chinese shit. This is nice and lit, ain't it? Ain't that pretty? You can see everything. Back in the day, man, they were working with just a light on their helmet. That was it. Maybe a candle. Crazy shit. Going down 1,000 feet. Just like this. But bigger. Up, up.
All right, now let's uncork. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. Look at that. Nice, soft, red soil with the ground gravels in it. See that? That's what we're going to get. That's what we're going to get. Now that's what I'm talking about. Now I'm going to scoop all this up, put it into a sandbag, and we're going to pan it out. Sound good to you? Oh, yeah.
Everyone's still here. You're alive and well. Everyone doing all right?
Are you taking me somewhere to kill me? No, that's where you just were. I'm taking you someplace to talk. I don't like to talk, but you do like to lie, which you just did. Because we both know you love to talk. Talk. How long have you been here? I don't know, it's hard to say. You know, time passes differently here in the TVA. What does that mean? You'll catch up. So you're part of the TVA's courageous, dedicated workforce. Yes. You were created by the Timekeepers. Yep. To protect the sacred timeline. Correct. Is that funny? The idea that your little club decides the fate of trillions of people across all of existence
Good.
at the behest of three
Madman's on.
space lizards. Yes, it's funny. It's absurd. Oh, you didn't like to talk.
You premium payer to Jeff's channel, $10 a month.
Refresh your space at Hobby Lobby, where select home
You can
decor
go
is
on
50%
his
off.
adventures.
Stop by in
And he
store
takes
or
you out
browse
to
online
more
at
claim
hobbylobby.com
area.
to start saving
And
today.
you walk around with a bunch of people and go metal detecting for gold. You can see that shit right there. Well, yeah, all right. I ain't doing much. This is just shit I wanted to watch tonight. Look at that. The hell was that?
I bet I got your attention now, huh? Yeah, I want to know what's in that red clay, too.
So we're going to go ahead and take a sample of that.
This is what you got to do if you want a pot belly stove.
Pan it out and see what's in it. Oh, it's freezing out here. And this water, oh, it's freezing. Oh man, that water's cold. Oh, jet dry there too. Oh, it's like 20-degree water. Oh my gosh. Imagine doing this up in the Yukon.
Yeah, no shit.
Alaska. Oh no way. You know that beautiful dark red clay in Caliche. Seeing that? All the gravels that are mixed in with that.
All the copper, silver, and gold coins. This is the way it all.
I don't know if you can see that. Alright. Moment of truth. I don't see anything so far. Oh yeah, a little bit of gold. Not a lot, but a little. Now that's the downside to when you have pans that are full of gold, and then you go and pan something out, and there's just a wee bit of gold lying. It's called miner's remorse. And basically when you see that, you just don't get excited anymore. Let me show you what I got here. I don't know if you can see that. Try to get some light on it. Alright, come over here. Come over here. Let's see if you can see that. If I can hold my tripod straight.
Oh, nice.
There's a little bit of gold right up in there. Just a fine line of it.
That's well,
Not a lot.
10 fucking pounds.
You get excited. And it's enough to tell me that those lower caliche beds have deposition zones in them as well. Now what I'm looking for is for the zone to widen out and get thick of nothing but sand, just pure clay and sand like you saw. That's when I know that I'm on another winner. Yes, we're going to keep mining that top section, but I'm also curious on what's below and if it punches into any caves or natural voids or openings in the ground below it. Because if it does, I have a feeling it's going to connect to Cocoa-Weave. And I ain't going to tell you where I'm at, but I'm sure some of you figured it out already. So, well, I'm going to get on out of here. So if you enjoyed today's video, I want you to smash that like button, son. Smash it hard. And leave me a comment, because I'd like to hear what you got to say about all this craziness. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe now, because it helps our channel grow. And by doing so, we can put out more videos like the one you saw today. I'm going to get on out of here. Oh, I just love the sound of that. Yeah! So, till next time, this is Jeff Williams. And who? That's right, you better know who.
This is a big mine for you, huh? Look at that. Pretty cool. Jeff always kind too, answers his people. $8,282 views. Oh, yeah. Good night. Gonna hit the hay. I'm gonna watch one more video here and then we'll shut it down. It says I like this guy's video and it's good seeing you. And I hope you stay well. You know, none but the best.
On this little
Ooh,
trip,
there's some snow.
I'm up at a old tungsten mine from 1913. This beginning part.
I mean, you're gonna realize what you're gonna see here,
Site.
right?
Mines. A little bit farther
Horses
upside canyon.
brought this shit in here. Mules, slave workers, Indians that were slaved brought all this shit you're about to see in here. Just remarkable. Good night, and thank you for the buddy. Good night. He's doing good. We're getting a little too deep in the snow to go WALK. Look at a damn chemtrail over this beautiful blue sky.
You can't tell by the wind and the snow. It's a little bit chilly up here.
I think this is like 15 minutes and I'll shut it down. You know, I'm going to try to get sleep tonight. We got a busy day tomorrow. There's daylight in here. I'll look for more of them seams that opened up. Ain't really much I can do about it till I shut the stove down, but we're going to get rain
Right now,
Tuesday.
try not to slip on it.
So maybe I'll shut it down Tuesday. It should be warm enough.
So let's start off with this cabin here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's actually nice to get out of the wind. I could have driven up here, but I opted to park 3/4 of a mile down the hill because it was starting to get iced over. This wind, wow.
You certainly don't want to break down there.
Have you seen this space-age roofing product that lowers energy bills?
I know what
without
I'm going to
solar panels
use.
or
I'm going to
batteries?
use heavy
This previously
plastic.
unknown product will soon be
Soon as the
available
weather
across the
breaks.
United States, thanks to a collaboration between a computer science graduate and the nation's leading residential roofing company. Right now, a nationwide field test of this revolutionary product is underway, and participants are needed. The goal is to evaluate this new metal roofing product on real homes. If you have an old roof, you may qualify for a complete roof replacement as part of this metal roofing field test. Click below and take just a few seconds to see if participants are needed in your zip code. But don't wait to sign up for this unique roof replacement opportunity. This field test is only being conducted for a short time, and many roof replacements have already been. Click below right now to learn more and to see if your zip code qualifies.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited. I got a package from Human.
So this is Super Beats, and what it's actually going to do is increase the amount of nitric oxide your body makes.
I've been taking them for a little while now. This is going to
These
go
folks are
promote my
really worried about
cardiovascular
nitrous
system.
oxide.
Super Beats. It's made from beets.
You put a scoop in water, it tastes delicious.
You just take a scoop, just like this.
I actually take them for my traveling because they're easy to pack.
Filtered water here.
That is 3 beets worth.
The Super Beet powder helps with circulation.
You guys seen the Super Beat stuff?
I love that Super
There's a
Beets
lot of
is
different
plant-based.
companies making it.
There's no caffeine in it.
Having healthy blood pressure is very important to me.
I'm telling you, I took it and I walked 5 miles a day, every day.
get out more. I can be more active. I'm loving it.
Super Beats is not actually stimulating the heart to work harder like taking caffeine. What it does is it helps increase our nitric oxide, which
We'll let the
increases
commercial run and give the guy a
vasodilation,
few
increasing
pennies. I
blood
see
flow.
you
And
over
if you
there.
take Super
all
Beats
getting
on a
this
regular
back.
basis, it also helps the body's
Good night,
ability
Jewel.
to generate energy within the muscle more effectively, and you use that energy more efficiently. Super Beats really has effects not only on the athlete, but the average individual is just trying to get through the day. You just feel better and you have more energy.
It makes me feel great. It gives me a natural source of energy. This is Humans product Super Beats,
which is a cardiovascular benefit in itself.
It increases nitric oxide production, which gives me better pumps in the gym. Circulation superfood that supports healthy blood pressure.
Cellular health, your heart health. When your body has more nitric oxide in it, you perform at higher levels.
If you're looking for something for that natural boost of energy,
Yeah,
I highly recommend it.
This is what all it takes to support my immune health. I don't know why I haven't been doing this for a long time.
Overall, it's just a really great product.
Once you take it, you feel a little bit alive again.
I bought it, I tried it, I loved it. I've been hooked ever since. It's going to be a part of my morning ritual from here on out.
I would recommend it to anybody.
And it just makes me feel better overall.
So that's what I've been loving about Super Beats.
Super Beats has changed my life.
Let's go conquer the world again.
To learn more about the exclusive superfood drink to support healthy blood pressure levels, click here.
Humidity's coming down inside.
Only me since I started the hike.
I can't wait to check that out. That's right. Ooh, this floor is squishy. I like how they're using roofie tar paper for the floor.
That sky, huh?
You got a little stone cabin over there.
Wow. Yeah, but look at this. I'm telling you, they didn't bring a cement truck up here.
I have been in Central Nevada now for a week.
They give the Ute, right?
Dealing with
I
wind,
watched
snow.
this the other day. They give the Ute $4 a month to work in these mines.
I realize how prepared I actually am.
You go night, night, good night.
Alaska.
Sweet dreams.
Alaska, born and raised. Been up there since
And then you get there, you have to buy food off the mining company. The mining company kept them in debt. They couldn't work enough hours to pay their debt on the food.
It'll be a little bit easier if I go that way.
Yeah. Yeah, it was below zero. The cold injector wouldn't come on.
I wonder what they had there.
What you do is turn the ignition on, and I go get a 12 millimeter and just crack the fuel rail. The cold injector. It's that one injector on the top of the plenum. And go easy. Make sure you got glasses on because it can come out of there pretty heavy. That'd be the first thing. Second thing is pull number one plug after trying to start it. See if it's wet. It's wet, you know the injector's running. Then water, man. Unbelievable. They had water here.
I want to get a little bit closer, but I don't trust that floor.
Another thing can happen. Look at this, all riveted. You brought men up here in compressors with rivet guns. If you get in the car and you turn the key on and the check engine light ain't on,
Rocks.
that could be a relay problem.
It's almost like
So with my big boots, I don't have a kick panel. And once in a while, I knock that relay out. I keep an extra in the car
I'm turning off the camera right now.
in case I can't find it.
I'm wearing fingerless gloves, and my fingers are turning purple. So I'll talk to you in a bit.
But check engine light won't come on.
We're on the other side of this bed over here.
And turn the ignition on.
There's the mine. Can't wait to get up there and check it out. I'll check out this little stone shack before I come back. When I come back down. But I'm suspecting that was probably a dynamite store.
I think that's something.
This is the
I
bottom
always
of the floor,
amazed. Look at these guys working straight up and
This
down.
track.
Then they go down 1,000 feet into this mountain straight
I'm
down,
going up there.
and they got to climb down there to go to work.
And there's been several landslides along this trail or this road.
What? I hear you. You ain't sounding good. That's waste rock, baby. That's in the pile up in the back there. That tin pile's all waste rock. You believe that shit? They process that much shit. All that shit came out of the ground.
That is one heck of a tin pile. They removed a lot of material from this mine. You can see it going all the way around where they built the track path.
Look at that.
All right, it looks like it's going to be a little bit of a scramble
Oh, yeah.
for me to get up to the top. So I'll go ahead and meet you up there.
I hope that helps you.
See how they still have some of the old power poles up.
Power poles. Generators. I mean, these guys didn't screw around. How they brought this shit in here is amazing. Just absolutely mind blowing.
Little stone cabin just over there inside the wash.
Like this guy's probably at least 2.5, 3 hours away from a Home Depot. So how'd you get telephone poles, generators in here? You know, in 1870,
I'm pretty
1890.
sure the shaft, which is
I don't think this mine's quite that old.
probably still
Probably
open,
early 1900.
but since I've done it myself, I very seldom jump down into a shaft on my own.
Is that any help to you?
Go ahead and check
You
the
still
top
here?
one then. Again, that's just really sad because that
It's
one's
all
collapsed.
waste rock.
The one over there is collapsed.
Mine's 800
See,
feet deep.
Up there's a windlass up there.
Get
That's
a winch that
another
hauls it
shaft.
out. Maybe about a ton or two.
I take a quick run up there, see if it's open. But I'm
Brings it to the top.
Doubting it.
All
like
caught.
I said, I left all my climbing gear down in my truck.
And somebody pushed it out over the edge.
Since I'm looking for all that up here if I'm not going to be using it. I just can't.
But you know what's nice about my country? And they ain't screwed this up yet. You can go there. You can take your family up here. Summertime, it's gonna be hot. Rattlesnake be out. Just be careful.
I like that.
But this time of the year, what a nice winter's day to go explore a mine.
See if I can walk on over without falling through.
What are you looking at?
All right. That's about as far as I'm going to go. Well, I am a little bummed I can't get into the actual tunnels. Because like I said, that is just impressive.
Yeah, a couple more.
So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and call it the end of today's video. If you made it to the very end, I really appreciate it.
Those trees right there,
Let's
them
do some exploring.
pines, you go underneath now.
Do it. Have
You
fun.
find a shitload of pine
Most of all, be safe.
Sweep them up. Make sure you ain't got no dirt or nothing like that. You put them in a cast iron frying on the fire, and they'll pop. Not as bad as popcorn, but they will pop. And after they crack open, oh, they're good. Just sit around munching on them. Delicious. Italians call them pignola nuts, I think. They're very expensive. All right, everyone. We got blue sky, baby. Oh, Ottawa's back. Must have got his phone charged up. This guy is spending a week in like hell on earth. This is what they do. Over 80,000 people live in here. We get him a thumbs up. I watched this before, you know. We're killing the planet with our car farts. Watch this shit. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. What'd I tell you, folks? What did I tell you? Look at that. There's no audio on that video. None whatsoever. That's how intrusive fucking they became. Do you see that? Heads up, we're detecting copyright audio and video. They can identify it now. AI can identify it. Look at that shit. I turned it off pretty quick. I'm going to get a copyright on it. I mean, it really don't mean nothing, but it's like, why are you fucking with people? I'm going to get going. This is a big company that did this. And you're probably going to block this video. Remember, be seen again. That's what your Hava Nagilas have been doing. I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. I did. Have a live snowblower fun tomorrow. Maybe we'll put the camera out there. I don't know. Anyways, be good to one another. Hey, you seen that? I'm glad you were here for that. I can't believe it. Look, it's still going. I ain't got nothing playing in the house. There ain't no music in the background. Heads up, we're detecting copyright audio and video in your live stream. That's fucked. You take good care, Dawn. Backwoods. Yeah, it is unbelievable. You know what I mean? Why would you spend that much money on an idiot like me on this fucking live stream? Because it's got to be costing them money. It's got to be costing them electricity. Why would you do that? Did you really think if I showed that kind of shit, what was really going on in the world, I was going to benefit from it? I was going to line my pockets with it? These are fucking Hava Nagilas. Anyways, we'll see you in the morning, more than likely. Have a good night, everyone. Be good. Always keep each other smiling, too, and you guys do a good job of that. Have a good night.